All right, we're actually I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks in on the Dragon's Blood mead. It's going to be an orange flavored mead. We'll back sweeten it with some Monin orange and some concentrate orange or extract. But for now, this is like I say, 5-6 weeks in. We're going to do a clearing with it with the bentonite clay. I'm going to have to order some more. I'm just about out. It doesn't take much of this. Use 2 tablespoons and 1/2 cup of warm water. Sufficient for 5 gallons. I don't even use that amount. I don't even use that much. But she goes from this color. You'll see when she clears to a darker color, and you'll be able to see right through it. So we're just going to mix up the bentonite for now and have that ready for the morning or the next day. Let it sit in the boiling water for 24 hours. Shake it back up, and then during the racking, we will dump it in for that time. We might even add our back syrup at that time, our flavoring. We'll make a decision when we get a little taste on it. Okay, I said I'm going to do it. This will be the first racking on the mead. Oh, I just saw one of those fruit flies. This was brewed 3/26 Dragon's Blood mead. We're going to put some bentonite in here. Down here I got the sanitized carboy ready for racking. Over here I have the racking cane all sanitized. And I got my bentonite that I mixed up a day ago. And it's cooled down enough to pour in here. So I'm going to get this racking in here, and I'm not going to do a reading or anything today. I'm just going to get the bentonite in there. Just wanted to show you the color. This is what it looks like without the bentonite. And I'll show you what it looks like with the bentonite after a couple days. So I can smell the smell of this. But I want to get the bentonite in here, probably without spilling it too bad. There we go. That's in. I like to put that in while she's transferring. That way she gets mixed up nice. So, it's a good racking cane. I got 2 different size racking canes, a small one and a bigger one for bottling different things. So there you go. Bentonite's in. Transferring this. This will be back on the shelf, and we'll have a dress on there in a few minutes. I'll give it a tilt to get all that lovely, lovely, lovely mead. And she'll suck up a little of the yeast maybe at the end here, maybe not. These racking canes are really, really good. And she's going to shut there. And there we go. Not bad for the first racking. And what she left behind was, well, not much. Let's see if we can see in there. You can see some of the gack, some of the yeast. That's mango jacks. What does it say? Popcorn. Like a normal papa, only more awesome. I wonder who they're talking about there. And this is what it looks like 24 hours later after having the bentonite added. And show the icons through the back. And oh, it's not clean. She's not clear yet, but she is in the process of clearing. So you can see it down at the bottom there. I don't know if you can do that. Turn my flashlight on here. Hang on. Let's see how this works out once. Yeah. Looks like a moonscape down in there. If the light's picking it up. That's all the settlement of the... All right, it's been a couple weeks. About 17 days, I think, since we last racked this. The orange mead. That's going to be orange mead. So what I'm going to do... let's see if I can stop the camera from falling over. I'm going to take the cover off the mead and see if it's getting clear. After adding the bentonite. Oh yeah, she's clearing up nice. Let's see. Oops, what happened there? Put something behind there to see if it's clear. And there's my pup. Whoop. Get back there, Rupert. Where'd you go? He's been gone a couple years now. But anyway, it shows how clear that the meat is clearing up. Let's see, I'll put it right against the glass. You know, some of the glass is a little dirty too, but she's clearing nice after, like I say, 17 days after adding the bentonite. And if you can get down there and see the moonscape, let's see if I get my flashlight on, we'll show you more so how the moonscape actually looks. Let's see. Flashlight, where are you? Oh, are you the flashlight? Flashlights. Look at that. Oh, and there's still fermentation going on. If those little bubbles are being picked up. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but she's definitely still fermenting very slowly. Looks like a moonscape down there with the amount of yeast that's fallen out of solution. But if the camera's picking that up, you can actually see right about there. I'll try to zoom in. Those little bubbles still fermenting after, this was March 26th we've made this, and it was racked on the 3rd of May. So, today's May 26th or something like that, I guess. And she was at 1092, and she's so far, I didn't take a reading. I'll take a reading next time we rack it to get all that off of there, but we'll let that clear up all by itself since we see that little bit of fermentation going on. Why wouldn't I? She'll pick up some more ABV. But she's clearing really nice, and she's showing in a bubble every 4 hours or something. But no, we let it go for a couple more months, and then I'll be back sweetening it after we do a final taste on it. So there's your orange mead I'm making. Considered a dragon's blood, I call it. I think the 3rd one we've done. We'll see how it is in a couple weeks when we rack it, or a month or so. Stay thirsty. So there we go. We got it covered back up, and we, like I say, we never rush our meat. You see that little fermentation still going on there, and we'll maybe let this go to August or September before we end up putting it in a bottle, because the longer it sits, the better it tastes. And then under bulk situation, and you keep it sanitized and everything, it's not going to be a problem. It makes a better meat after all that time. So until next time, it'll be the racking. Stay thirsty, like I said before.
Fascinating.